Are you ready for the second part? Let's go to it. Compare and contrast essay. To compare and contrast, we need to use some new linking words. We already had this double bubble map, which was fantastic to help us organize, but now we need some linking words. As I've been doing this video, I have been using some of them already when I was explaining them. So we need some compare linking words, which are both, similarly, alike, and none. But we also have some linking words used to contrast, which are however, different, although, while, whereas, and but. Now, to help you organize this, I'm going to show you the structure of a compare and contrast essay using these new linking words. Let's take a look. Always keep this in mind. Why? Because as I said before, we're going to use the same colors. Orange, blue, red, green, and pink. Look. This is the structure we're going to use. Now, the words that are in yellow are the words that we have used to compare. We had both, similarly, alike, and none. The words that are in purple are the ones that we have used to contrast. They are however, different, although, while, whereas, and but. And you can also see that the lines are in different colors. We have orange lines, we have blue lines, red lines, green lines, and pink lines. Now, this is going to be very, very helpful to actually write the essay. This is going to be an example that we would like you to copy in your notebook. I'm going to be reading it slowly for you to follow, and afterwards you will be able to copy it in your notebook. Are you ready? Let's start. Compare and contrast essay. We have the North Castle and the South Castle. Let's go for it. North Castle and South Castle are both castles. That is the first sentence of our essay. Let's continue. Don't forget to always leave 2 fingers for each paragraph. We are going to have 7 paragraphs more, which are the 7 things that we have been comparing out of both castles. Let's continue. 2 fingers, and similarly, they have a portcullis. Do you remember? That was one thing they had in common. They both had a portcullis. So that's the sentence. Similarly, they have a portcullis. North Castle and South Castle are alike because they have battlements. We have used another word in yellow to compare the word alike, and we have put the name of the 2 castles first and then the reason using the word because. North Castle and South Castle are alike because they have battlements. Let's continue. Also, none have a moat. Do you remember? The North Castle didn't have a moat, and the South Castle didn't have a moat either. So the sentence we use is also, that is a linking word you already know. None, which is a new one, that's why it's in yellow, have a moat. These would be the sentences where we are comparing the two castles. Now let's contrast them. We're going to change, and instead of using yellow, it will be purple. However, they are different because North Castle has 7 windows and South Castle has 3. This was something that made them different. That's why we've used the word different. And the new linking word at the beginning was however, because now we have changed and they are not things they have in common. They are things that they have differently from each other. Let's continue. Although both have towers, one has 3 towers, while the other one only has 1. Do you remember? We can look at the top of the picture again, and we can see them here, the north and the south castles, and we can see that North Castle only had 3, whereas while the South Castle has 1. Moreover, North Castle doesn't have arrow slits, whereas South Castle has some arrow slits. This was something that we also saw, and instead of using while, we have used whereas. While and whereas mean the same. You can use any of them, but it is very important not to repeat them. So if you use while in one paragraph, in the other paragraph, use whereas. Okay? And the last sentence is going to start with the linking word finally to finish. Finally, South Castle has a flag, but North Castle doesn't. And this would be the end of our compare and contrast essay. Thanks for your attention, and we hope you liked it. Bye-bye.